Hello and welcome back to Bump Love. We're coming at you from the Palais restaurant and terrace right here at Allure Hotel in Mutundwe. People, there are really nice places here in Kampala.
Right.
Yeah? And we are here to show you some really cool places. So this is the Palais restaurant. It's at the Allure Hotel in Mutundwe, and it's perfect for your business lunches. It's perfect for honeymoon dinner dates. It's perfect for your anniversary celebrations. It's perfect for proposals. Not to be like love. Yeah, love it. It's perfect for birthdays, intimate birthdays, baby showers, bridal showers, you name it. So if you're looking for that really nice, perfect spot to have any one of those intimate occasions, this is the place for you. And so we decided to try it out, and because we like to put you on to good things, we are here to show you that the Palais restaurant and terrace is the place to be. I guess one of the things that is, I mean, you have no choice, is to look back at what 2021 has been like. And I think one of the things that I've heard a lot is 2020 was bad. 2021. So I want to hear from you, what has been the highlight of 2021? And that could be both positive or negative.
So for me, the highlight for my 2021 is that 2020 dragged itself into 2021. So like 2020, like real shook us out of our boots, like we were not ready, right?
Yeah.
But like in many ways, in our, health-wise, finances, mental well-being as well. And we hoped, like every new year does, that that problems of 2020 would end with 2020.
True.
No, as they say, we plan, God laughs. So I feel like we've been in a long 730-day year, like we're in the same year. And for me, that has like been my shock of, where is the new year? New year, new me. There was no new me. It's been like one long year, like since 2020. And for me, it's just like the same things of deeper. It's allowed me more time to really think about the things that really, really matter, like my health. I never cared. I was like, you guys, I'm still a youth. I'm still all I need to do is eat a little bit, and do some exercise, and I'm good. Laugh a little, good to go. Now I've really taken into account that, oh my God, I'm so blessed to have my health. Even think about my health was it was there. So spend more time with my family, my friends, and really find out what they mean to me individually. So for me, really, that has, it's been like a whole highlight boxed in one. But in 2021, it was
I agree.
Stupid.
I totally agree. It's not been a very, very beautiful year because, of course, like Pamela said, from 2020 we thought COVID would end there. It continued in 2021, and 2021 it came so close. So all of us realized how important our health was. Like when my parents got ill because they were badly affected by COVID, they couldn't let us even go visit. I was like, but as lucky enough that I think I was infected with COVID in 2020, so I got the immunity. I got the immunity. So I didn't expect. I'm glad it didn't come back. So I was in that space, And then this year, for me, it hasn't been a good year. My mom just had an operation. And it started from the time she was infected with COVID. So like it has been a continuous series of being down, not really in her good health, And for me, it took me back to the fact that I wish she had, like, the importance of our health, our well-being, physically, mentally, and all. But I kept thinking, I wish she could have worked out. She wouldn't be this, So it pushed me to be more intentional about these things. I'm like, you know what? I'm making this a lifestyle because I need to live. She put us through a lot. I was like, no, I don't want this for my kids. Let me get on this whole healthy lifestyle thing so that I'm not being very intentional about my workouts, eating right, those things of eating chips day in, day out.
No, please.
No, please.
Not going to chips. We're just asking.
Fine dining. It's not been a very cool year, honestly.
So this year for me has been quite interesting, I must say. It's the 1 year So like I think kind of like what Pumla was saying, like you plan, then God laughs. Like for me, has been the 1 year where the statements like "let's go" and "let God" have made like the most perfect sense. Especially like you all know my business is closed, but then I be seated there and I watch. Guys, for me, I feel like I've been watching my life
play out,
and I'm like, wow. And I've been talking to Rachel a lot, and I would tell Rachel, I did nothing. That I did nothing to play into. So this was the year that I met the first lady, and I was talking to her about our education system and all of that stuff. And I was telling Rachel that I had nothing, like I played nothing in that, like trying to get the appointment, like the usual Manuela of 2017. I would have been the one who got the appointment, gone to. I mean, this was the year that I was in Parliament, or like all of that, and I did absolutely nothing. I just sat in one place and got a phone call. You'll be meeting the first lady. I'm like, wow. Okay. Hey, you'll be. Wow. Okay. So it's been those ones where it's just like let go and let God. I mean, there's so much in my life that even me, I'm just like, if I don't know if the world is ready, but that thing where you let you flow. You flow. Like, so I found my flow in this year. And I've been sharing with you ladies that because of that, something within me is changing. Because now I'm in a place where now I want to watch. I want to listen. I want to see. Because for a lot of my life, I have been the driver. I've been in my driver's seat. But I've watched my life happen, and I'm like, and good things are happening. Like, it's, people who look at me like, yo, wow. So I'm like, so I've been fighting so hard before 2020, and yet I still look like I'm still fighting like in 2021, and yet things are still happening. And me, I'm at my home. Even people call me, oh my God, Marilla, I know you're so busy. I'm like, I wish you knew, not quite. And yet, like, my life looks like nothing happened, and all I did was just sit back and watch. So I'm enjoying this time, like just listening. I'm loving it. So for me, that's what 2021 has been. 2020 was a lot of turmoil, I get that, but I've enjoyed the calm after the storm. For me, that's what it's been. And also a lot of self-awareness. Like, oh, that's me. Oh, that's how I do it. Oh, okay. That's how I react. Oh, okay. What would I have said? Oh, but now let me listen. Oh, what happened? Oh, like there's been a lot of a deeper understanding of self, because the world, it's like the world is in a chaos, and I'm just in the eye of the storm where nothing is happening. I've enjoyed. I've enjoyed
nice. That's really nice, and I
can't
think
wait for that.
Oh, that's quite interesting. I think on top of, like, you know, us thinking that 2020 had ended with its problems, and then come 2021, and like Rosette said, you know, COVID came close to home. And I remember we talked about this on a show at Bumplav, but like that whole death thing, where people were dying constantly, and I think it just made me appreciate life a bit more. But I think my highlight for 2021 has been that there's been a lot of like a shift in my relationships, but most especially my marriage. Yes.
It shows.
Yes, it shows.
I didn't know
And
it was.
so my marriage has evolved. Gosh, it's been 8 years. But the way my husband and I are closer than we've ever been. Ever. And it's little things here and there. Some of it adversity, and you know what they say about adversity can either make you or break you. But like I find that my husband and I are a lot closer than we've ever been before, and it came from, like she said, a lot of self-awareness. Again, I had a conversation with Pumla.
Imagine.
Right? Pumla was my singer.
Imagine all the singers that are ones who are on the outside.
On the outside looking in.
Spectators.
You know, a lot of the stuff that I was struggling with, and that, you know, I was constantly pointing fingers and blaming, and oh my gosh, enemy of progress, why can't he get with the program? Do as I please, do as I want, or do as I wish. And this year I started to look within. Who am I? What are my faults? What are my mistakes? What can I do that I have not been doing? and let me try something different, because for the last 7 or so years I've been complaining, and why can't he be a certain way? Why can't he do this? Why can't he talk to me like this? Why can't we be close? Why can't we have intimate conversations? And so I started to say, let me look within. What can I do as Rachel to change this situation that I have not been doing
before?
Yeah, so enter Senga Pumla. She gives me a tidbit, like you guys, it was like a tip of the iceberg of what she does in her home.
Yes.
Now I went back to mine and I said, it was
Yeah, we were
it really was. Yes,
from
we
Elephant She sang all of us.
Such a nice song.
It really was. So I go back home and I'm like, Pumla is so vocal, so self-aware, so empowered, and yet
Casta a man
comes home.
I removed my
She removed her cap.
I got back.
I was like, Rachel, who are you? You know? Like, who are you not to bring something to your husband and serve him? So, dear husband, if you are thanking anyone for fixing your marriage, please wave. Yeah, so of course my marriage, of course, being the ultimate relationship, but even for with like my friends, I think I've tried to be more intentional.
Yeah.
Even with Manuel, I think we've Manuel and I are supposed to meet once a week to talk about bump love, but I am here to confess that sometimes we meet and we talk about other things.
Then we reflect on that shoot. We are like,
We didn't talk.
it? What did we agree? What? Okay, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah,
No, we met. Yeah, so I think for me, my relationships have blossomed 2021. I love it.
Yeah.
2020 was an awakening. Never in my life had I ever thought about things like money, you know. I don't need a lot, but for the first time I realized there are people who are depending on me, and I have to pick myself up. You know, when you're born at the end, last born, second last born, such things have never been a concern. If your parents aren't able to, you know, you have
Your
big brothers, you
siblings.
have, you know, there's always someone taking care of business. But for the first time I woke up and it was me. And usually, of course, I run to, I'm like, babes, but this time I was like, no, I'm going to do this myself. So if I'm able to go through this, then I will come out, you know, a stronger person, and I'll learn not to forgive, because forgiving is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. Because it just keeps taking you backwards. Yes, because the person you forgive is still going to do the same thing 2-3 years later, and then you're like, you know. So in 2020, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, I learned to try not to forgive.
Yes, we know that.
To not be
Yes, we
a
do.
doormat. You know?
To not be a
So
doormat, yes.
You always have a way of,
Forgiveness is great.
Forgiveness
but
is
you
great.
can forgive
Yeah.
and let go and let
Yes,
go.
yes.
But you just don't
Yeah.
want
Don't
to
allow
be-
people to take advantage of
advantage
you.
and
Yeah.
take your
Yeah.
your goodness for granted.
Yeah.
so I learned it's okay to be mean. It's okay to say no.
Yes,
Yeah,
establish
you
boundaries.
can say no.
Yeah.
And if somebody, also in 2020, I learned that
21.
2020.
Oh,
we are
okay,
we
we
are
are-
in one long year.
Yes.
Long, yeah. I learned that not everybody likes me.
Yeah.
And that was
Oh,
weird.
sweetie. High five here.
Because I'm thinking, if you're good,
People
will
like you. Oh
That's
no.
not the case.
That's
No,
not
Doesn't
how
work out
it works.
that
But once again, you know that sheltered life where your
Yes.
siblings, your family, your husband, they're always protecting you. Somehow you never really see things as they are. So 2020 was like the way people feel now. 2020 and 2021 just all kind of merged
Yeah.
in 2020,
Yeah.
because I went through the lockdown, I went through like major changes, whatever. So when I get into 2021, I have this thing, you guy, by the way, I was struggling, but finally it looks like I'm coming
coming
up.
out.
You know, if you're swimming underneath and you see the light, you're like, okay, I'm getting there. And then I get to 2021, and then there's this person who just comes,
Ooh, go back to the water.
and pushes me back. That's when I stopped struggling. I stopped pushing.
Yeah.
I said,
Let
you
go.
know what? Echibawo, chibewo. Because I was like, what more can I do? I have pushed, I have done this with, you know, the companies getting together. And then lockdown. Then COVID. Are we allowed to do that? Yes. I had an operation, then COVID got in. So for 3 months I was there helpless, and I you know, if you've been a mom for a very long time, there's a way also with your employees, you kind of mummy them, baby them. So I got to the point, and then Oji was like, you will not go back to work. You will not be at the site late hours. I'm like, babes, but people will, what will they think? And he told me, are you the president of Uganda? Right? Do you understand me? Are you the president of Uganda? I'm like, no. Then he says, do you think I don't have a job? I said, of course you do. And he said, is it important? I said, yes. And he said, but I'm home looking after you. So sit down and heal. And when you're still done healing, that business of always wanting to be everywhere. So I sat. And when you sit, then it's quiet. It's quiet. You know, I'm a jolly, outgoing person, but I love quiet when I get into my home. You've been there. I don't want noise. But here I was, and there was no noise. Of course, for the first time, I called my own son's men.
Yes, she did.
Yeah. Good girl. I realized that, you know what, they're not babies anymore. That they need to go and live.
Wow. Oh, is that so? Is this you giving me a go ahead? I held my hand because they were your babies. Now they're men, right?
Yes, they are men. And Asante is a big girl as well. And during this period, we did a show, and I just kept weeping. And I'm sure most of the viewers were like, why is she crying? It's because this year, I looked death in the eyes, and I was like, my Asante.
I know.
I love my boys, but they're men now. I was thinking, I need to be here when her heart is broken for the first time.
Be there for her.
You know? So this year was about not caring, doing exactly what I want.
Yes. Nice.
And let's see what the new year brings. But hey, I'm so ready for it. Only but
oh wow!
The silence has been great.
It has.
The silence is.
It has.
For us, busy.
Yeah. You never know what you're missing though until you have it. I'm curious though, what are your aspirations for 2022? What's that 1 or 2 things that you're looking forward to in the new year?
I want to be a better mom. No, I want to be
already a awesome mom.
More awesome mom. Then I want to be, as you know, when you start growing older, so I want to continue and be a better friend to my guy. You know.
Oh, okay.
But above all, I go make money.
Money. All right. I know.
I've been holding off, not even a thought, but finally, this in the coming year, I am going to start putting pen to paper. I'm going to start writing a book. Social media,
and then when it comes to
what other people,
when
you talk about things on social media, when it comes to actual things, you
hold back.
You hold back. So I hope you're going to support me. It might not come out in a year.
Yes, but you're going to
start the process, and I'm very excited about that. I'm also very excited that to be a different mom, to intentionally let my son go. He has let me go, and that's the honest truth. We've reached a point in our relationship, our mother-son relationship, when my son is literally detaching himself from me. And I want to be able to allow him, because even at weddings, I see moms struggle. So I don't want to be that mom who has failed to cut the cord. So I'm going to intentionally allow my child to grow, to go and to grow. So that's my intentionality for 2022.
Does the book have anything apart from GDP?
It has everything except GDP.
I'll buy it as well. I will buy it as well.
You have to buy it. I think for me, my key word is consolidate. That's the word that I'm going with into 2022, because also as I don't know, I like those double-lettered whatevers. Like I feel like they bring something, like some zhuzhum to the. So the word that I keep hearing is consolidate. And you know what consolidate? It's really just bring the bad, the good, the what,
bring it all
put it together, and then that. I don't know, the after. I even me, I'm just like, I really can't wait for what that's going to be. I see a lot of good stuff. I have great announcements to make. I just can't talk about them.
Yes.
But
watch this space.
when the time is right, I
Can't wait.
2022
So
consolidate.
cool.
Nice.
So cool.
So 2021, step aside.
Please.
Step aside.
Please.
Tukoye bad life. 2022 for me is to, besides being a better version of myself, a growth. I'm also excited about something with our business. Not shared before, maybe I'll share in the future. But I'm very excited because I know 2022 is going to like God has led us in a space where we are taking over. So I'm very excited about 2022, and 2021 has also been a place for growth and intentionally putting yourself to learn, to be teachable, to learn so you grow, because we don't stop learning. So that because it helps you land into the place where God has prepared you to go. So I'm excited about what 2022 has to offer. Besides just being a better version of myself in every aspect of life. In family, work, children, marriage, the whole
thing.
shebang.
Wow, I'm right there with you, Rosette. I think me as well, growth, definitely being a mom, I think there are things that I want to, I'm enjoying watching my son grow. I'm enjoying watching him blossom into this human being. Sometimes I'm like, but I want to still remember what it was like as a baby. The memories seem to be fading, you know? Yes, I do. And this year it's happening. 2022. It's happening. Yes.
Right behind you.
You will?
Why not?
Supporting or not having?
Menopause, leave me out.
So definitely growth in that area, growth as a couple. I mean, I'm excited to see what this new unity will birth in 2022. But just like personal growth, I've been out of formal employment for 2 years now, and I'm currently thinking about what my next steps are going to be. I don't know yet. There might be a hand in business. I don't know what that would look like, because for the longest time I've told myself I'm not a business person. But I'm excited to see what my canvas is going to look like.
Love that.
Oh wow, 2022, what are your aspirations for the new year? Would love to hear from you. But also, what has 2021 been like for you? Has it been one long bad year like it has been for most of us here at the table? What have been your highlights? What have been your lowlights? Do share in the comment section. For now, we're going to dig in. As you can see, amazing food right in front of us. Remember, we are at the Palais restaurant and terrace. They actually do have a terrace spot, so if you want to sit outside and enjoy some nature, that's also available for you. It's perfect for intimate birthday celebrations, a proposal. It's perfect for baby showers, bridal showers, all those nice little intimate occasions. So ladies, goodbye to 2021, and here is to 2022. Yay! Cheers. Cheers.